You have been and are currently doing digital marketing and social media management. What do you say to the person who's listening that goes, well, that sounds really good for you, but I'm not creative?
That took me a while to kind of get over myself. I said that is the limiting belief that I have conquered. And now I'm kind of on a mission to break that off of people in a sense, because I'd hear this my whole life, right? Like, Luke, you're so creative. You're so creative. And I think people think that there's this magical gift that some people have and then some people don't. Or like there's a few niche creative people that have some special Kool-Aid that no one else has. And we drink the Kool-Aid and then we get these creative superpowers and everyone else has to go do non-creative stuff.
That's right.
And I've heard it so many times, it makes me so mad. And I know the heart is good, but people come to me and say that you wrote that book or you created that video or you told that story so well. I just wish I could be creative. And I'm like, you can. Everyone is a creative person. And I kind of have this soapbox, if you'll let me get on a soapbox for a second.
Okay, do it. I want to hear it.
So like, I think that I've heard it said before, people have said, when you look most like God is when you're generous. And I think there's maybe some truth to that because God so loved the world that he gave his son, right? John 3:16. So there's some truth to that idea of like when we give things, we are mirroring things that God did. But I would argue that I actually think you look most like God when you are creative. What was the first thing God did? He took nothing and made something.
Yeah.
He made grass and animals and people and he said it was good. And when we're creating something, it doesn't matter what that is. It doesn't have to be a digital thing. It could be a real thing. It could be a conversation, could be a written word, could be imagery, could be underwater basket weaving. Whatever it is, you have something to contribute. I also think that's why social media is so damaging because it turns you into a doom-scrolling zombie where you're consuming content.
Versus creating.
And you can use social media to create content.
I agree.
That's a good thing. And I do that myself. But it can also become, the scales can become unbalanced to where all you're doing is 11 o'clock at night, scrolling through your phone, just consuming, watching stories, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But it just makes the scales tip off to say like, well, I actually need to be creative. I need to express myself. And I think a lot of people that think they're not creative actually just don't put any time, thought, or energy into what's in their heart. If you have something in your heart and you just give it some time, give it some attention, give it some energy, you can make something out of nothing. You can be creative.